Hey everyone, welcome to Absurd Argument.
Sucks.
Matthew said I can welcome everybody, but I shouldn't do any funny skits or nothing.
No.
So, I guess hi everyone. This is our comedy podcast.
Okay. Do you want to actually do you have something that you want to do?
No, this is what I'm doing.
This is
Sorry, Matthew. This is what you drove me to. We're now a depressing, sad podcast. No humor at all.
So I've been uploading these episodes to YouTube, and people normally watch it for a total of 5 seconds.
Yeah.
So they don't even get through the intro music.
That's fair.
And then if they do get through the intro music, they're greeted with hello and welcome to
Here, we'll do a redo.
Okay, we'll try again.
Okay, all right. But I'll try to just be normal. I won't be too funny or too sad, okay?
Okay.
Hey there. How are you? This is Absurd Arguments. I'm Nathan, and this is my friend Matthew. We're so glad you're here today and listening to us and our little podcast we do here, you know? Where are you from?
It's like you bumped into an old friend at like McDonald's or Walmart.
Well, yeah. It just seemed like a normal way to start an episode.
Well, it's been almost 2 minutes since we've tried to start, so let's go ahead and get on with it.
Well, they know who we are. They know what we're about.
Yes, Matthew, Nathan. I'm drinking a Mr. Pibb. Or is it
I'm
Dr.
drinking...
Pibb?
I'm drinking water from a Smart Water bottle I've had for the last 2 months.
Heck yeah. It's all about, you are like reduce, reuse, recycle.
Honestly, man, that's what I'm about.
Dang. But Nathan, this morning I went on a walk because there has been crazy weather in Texas. Number one, it rained, which is pretty cool. And then this morning when I was on my walk, it was 70 degrees.
Oh, nice.
Yes. And so when I think of these weather patterns, I know that there is something stirring in the air. And that happens to be the autumnal season. And what is the number one thing that everybody thinks about when they think about fall? It's the pumpkin spice latte.
It's my favorite part.
It is. It's not my favorite part, but it's most people. So I was curious. I was talking with my roommate, and we wanted to know how long ago the pumpkin spice latte had been around. And his guess was long time ago. But according to Starbucks' official website, they have a article that was posted August 23rd, so just last week. And it is entitled PSL Turns 20, the story behind Starbucks pumpkin spice latte.
Oh.
It begins as you would think. It's hard to imagine. No.
Oh.
Unfortunately not. This was Seattle 20 years ago, not Seattle 20 minutes ago.
Okay.
It's hard to imagine the arrival of autumn without the cozy comfort of a Starbucks pumpkin spice latte. But 20 years ago, pumpkin spice and fall hadn't found each other yet. It took Starbucks, apparently, to bring those two things together. Okay, anyways. The peppermint mocha was Starbucks' first blockbuster seasonal beverage the winter before, and the company hoped to create another hit for the autumn season. Peter Dukes, who led the Starbucks espresso beverage team at the time, remembers working with the team to create the company's first fall beverage. Now, I just want to point out there is an official position in Starbucks that leads the espresso beverage team.
Oh. I think I'd like to be on that team.
I don't. So here's the thing about like coffee barista stuff like that. It's the wackest stuff for me personally. I think it's just like people say it's in like an art, but in a big corporation like Starbucks, to have someone who is over everything espresso, I think I don't know. That sounds goofy to me.
Yeah. Well, somebody needs to boss the people who make espressos.
Yeah,
They
I
need to
mean
boss them
it's
around.
true. It's true. So what they did, Dukes recalls that they had hundreds of ideas on a wall. It's just that scene where that guy's got all the red string on the wall and he's just like going crazy.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's kind of what this is. Um, what they had was they came down to these final 20 flavors, including chocolate and caramel, and orange and cinnamon, and pumpkin was there as well.
Hmm.
On an early spring day in 2003, the team gathered in the quote liquid lab end quote.
Okay. The liquid lab.
They gathered in the Liquid Lab, a secure research and development space on the 7th floor of Starbucks headquarters in Seattle. It's a secure place. We don't want anyone to know where it is. By the way, it's on the 7th floor in their Starbucks headquarters.
That seems like some reverse psychology. Like, we don't want anyone to go there. It's on the
I
seventh
just,
floor.
yeah,
Don't go to the seventh floor.
yep.
Yeah.
It's and you get up there and it's like all their tea and everything that has to do with their different flavors of tea. They're like, this isn't the Liquid Lab.
They're like, psych, got you. It's
Yep.
just another Starbucks.
Gosh. And so what these people did in the Liquid Lab was they brought in fall decorations and pumpkin pies and began to explore ideas. They would sample a forkful of pumpkin pie followed by a sip of hot espresso, testing out which flavors from the pie best complemented the coffee. Now, Nathan, I don't want to nitpick too much, but when you
Right?
eat a piece of pumpkin pie, what flavor do you think stands out more in that piece of pumpkin pie?
The pumpkin, for sure.
Exactly. So why in the world why in the world would this author put it in the way they would get a sample they would sample a forkful of pumpkin pie, teasing out which flavors from the pie best complemented the coffee? What else are they going to find?
I I just like to imagine, like what if you had awful taste buds and you just had to keep eating the pumpkin pies and coffee and we're like, it tastes the same. I can't tell. It's literally all the same.
Put some
And
whipped
they're like,
cream on
well,
it. No, it'll taint the pie.
they're like, you got to keep doing this until you can tell a difference. I can't.
I don't know, because I mean honestly, with the espresso beverage team, their taste buds have to be absolutely demolished by
Right.
extremely hot coffee that they think, oh, maybe it's good to sip. Oh no, I can't do that.
Yeah,
So it's
just
like,
by
what do they expect?
I don't know.
It's just so weird. It's so weird. This article is so weird.
It is
So
kind of odd.
yep. So you skip down a bit. They finally landed on the name Pumpkin Spice Latte. Oh, by the way, they chose pumpkin. I don't know if that was clear.
Right.
So, in the fall of 2003, Starbucks first brought the beverage to test to about 100 stores in. Now, before I disclose where these test locations were, do you have a guess where they might test this new pumpkin spice latte?
Nebraska.
No.
I don't know any other states.
Okay, think like cities. Do you think they would
Omaha.
No. But so, do you think Starbucks located in Seattle, Washington would think, let's try and see in this area of like the the mecca, if you would, of like coffee consumption. Let's try it out here. Do you think they would do that?
Um, yeah, I would.
Well, they didn't. They chose Washington, D.C. and Vancouver, Canada.
Oh, Vancouver makes sense. It's close to Seattle.
Yeah, it does. But what's up with Washington?
Them politicians, man, they love their PSLs.
Yeah,
That's pumpkin
yeah.
spice lattes.
Oh, I was about to say, if the politicians are getting it, then it's their praise. Satan is Lord.
Yeah, that could be it.
So yeah, so it eventually it succeeded, and okay. So there's another thing in this article, really quickly before we move on. The next fall,
Sure.
pumpkin spice latte, nicknamed PSL, rolled out throughout the U.S. and Canada. Although the company considered switching it up over the next few years with something new. That is,
Hmm.
until Facebook and Twitter arrived in 2006. This blew my mind.
They've only been around since 2006.
The pumpkin spice latte is older than Facebook and Twitter.
That doesn't seem right.
It doesn't. It doesn't seem right.
That seems wrong.
It's so bizarre. But when on Facebook and Twitter, customers began sharing their love for PSL on social media with their family and friends, and those are the crazy things. But what got me the most is that pumpkin spice latte is older than social media.
Yeah.
That's bizarre.
That is odd to think about.
So that's, fall is nearing its approach. So pumpkin spice latte is already hitting all of the white girls throughout America, especially college campuses. And that moves into what we're going to talk about today. Now, Nathan, would you introduce our topic?
Absolutely. Today we are talking about college related things. We're gonna give you a guide, and then at the end we have a quick argument, to go over. But we're gonna help you, you future college student, as you branch out. What classes do you need to take? How should you decorate your room? What kind of roommate should you have? These are things we're gonna help you with today. What an honor for you to be able to listen to this.
Indeed. And maybe not even paying for any way to listen to it. So you're getting all this information for possibly free.
Yeah.
So,
well, as Jackson Brock says in that classic 80s movie, Punch Fist, let's get it on. So starting out, okay, surprisingly, and I had no clue this was it, because normally I thought the college experience was about, partying and living your best life, but students, these college people actually go to classes and stuff.
Wait, really?
And yeah, I think so.
Oh.
And so we did some research, and I think we both picked one of what class you should take and what class you should avoid in college. These are, for me, they're definitely electives, but I think it would be great. Would you like me to go first, or?
Yeah, please do. Please do.
I'll go first. Okay, so my number one class that you should take is garbology, the study of trash.
Ah.
Yeah. And so it was actually started by Professor Stephanie Hughes at Santa Clara University. And so she discovered, we just produce so much waste. I mean, she doesn't really like the word waste, but just a bunch of trash. And her goal is to help us learn how to reuse it,
Okay.
So she takes her students to tour paper recycling plants, sewage treatment plants, and household hazardous waste facilities. And those are places we don't get to explore enough. So I'm glad I'm glad that she does that.
I mean, just real quick, is there a waiver that has to be signed before you take this class?
Um, I think the waiver says something like, "Are you okay being referred to as the trash king or queen on campus?" And then the
No.
next question is, "Are you okay being referred to as the rest of your life as a garbologist?"
Also, no.
Then you
And then
can't.
the third question is, when we tour the toxic waste facility, are you okay with growing a third arm?
Yeah. Uh, are you okay with the possibility of maybe developing a superpower? But probably not. You're going to get a disease.
uh,
Um,
yes.
yeah. So I think
Wow.
garbology is a great class. Um, now I have a class that isn't. That's not worth taking.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's from MIT. That stands for the
Ugh, gross.
Massachusetts Institute of Technology, and it's just not what I expected.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'll just read the title for you:
Okay.
Street Fighting Mathematics.
No, I would actually want to take this class.
You see, I would too initially, but all it teaches you is how to argue and like think of how to solve problems outside of the box. So, like the game Street Fighter, for some reason.
What?
Uh huh. Yeah.
That that that's a felony
Yeah.
because they have that's false advertising. That's a
I
serious crime.
yeah. Like I expected it to be like you go out on the street and like instead of beating people up, you're like 2 + 2 = 4, and then the other person's like, ugh, oh yeah, well, 5 × 8 = 45.
Mm,
Ugh. And then you get to like, bro, I just hit my limit. So like,
dang,
um, if they go further, introduce some algebraic equations, it's
dude.
over. Some like statistics or something.
They're about to figure out what is it? Uh, the theory of relativity or whatever it is, but there E equals MC square,
Oh my
or
gosh.
they hit
It's like
you,
a finishing move.
or they're like, I need you to calculate the velocity of this fist going to your face. Blah!
If my fist is traveling at a rate of
Uh,
5 feet per second, and your face is a stationary object, what
oh my
amount of
gosh,
damage will be done to your nose?
this is the type of like dialogue that's in a poorly written anime
It
where
is.
there's more talking than fighting.
Yeah, that's. But instead of just talking, it's just math. Oh gosh. They have a calendar of the key dates. I
Uh-huh.
don't know if they keep teaching this class, but um,
They
I
shouldn't.
like how the second class meeting is called Extreme Cases. And then
Oof.
uh, there's a couple that are kind of awkward because 3 and 4, three is called Application Drag, and then 4 is Moron Drag. And I'm like, what do drag queens have to do with street fighting mathematics?
Or arguing
Is,
with them.
is this like a common drag queen thing that they argue mathematical problems to each other?
Maybe that's why the uneducated American conservative doesn't like drag queens so much, is because they're actually really like super geniuses.
Yeah. And then
Dang.
there's another one that's called Taking Out the Big Part. I don't know what that means.
My classes
Right.
not as gross, although one of them is actually pretty disgusting. So this one, I was looking at different, like, interesting college courses, and this one kind of goes with your class of what to avoid. But it actually,
Oh,
this is a class you should take. And
Okay.
this is the class that's called Arguing with Judge Judy.
Oh, heck yes, brother.
So at UC Berkeley, which both of these classes are California classes, so that should tell you something. For those interested in logic, TV, and American pop culture, this seminar at UC Berkeley is concerned with identifying logical fallacies on the show, such as Judge Judy and the People's Court.
I love it. I'm in it. I want to
Though
sign up
it
right now.
However, there is one little caveat. Though it does not cover legal reasoning, individuals will learn about widespread strategies for argument outside of the court system. So it's a show about the court system, but you won't gain any court knowledge.
No. They're
That sounds like
probably,
the perfect class.
I mean, it sounds like they had a lawyer go, you can't let the students know that this is not a good class on law.
Yeah, it's a good
Just on
class on
arguments.
argumentation.
How to win arguments against just normal people who have weird problems that Judge Judy deals with.
Dude, that's so true. Yeah, I mean, because you never know. You could be fighting with some dude on the streets, and then you need to figure out, I got to argue with him. So you take what was the class?
Street fighting mathematics.
Yeah, you take street fighting mathematics, and then you end up going to court, and now you can argue them down with, arguing with Judge Judy.
It's like, here's all the reasons what you said was incorrect. Oh, and also 2 + 2 = 4.
Dang,
Just as a little twist of the knife
dude.
in their side. Did you see that episode of Judge Judy where they had Jackson Brock fill in?
No.
Yeah, well, like he filled in as the bailiff.
Oh, okay. So this is a class you should definitely avoid, and some people say that you have to take this class, but I don't think you have to. And this class just so happens to be college algebra.
Ah,
Yeah,
the poor man's street fighting mathematics.
indeed. Well, college algebra. The thing is, college algebra is a class you can actually take in high school.
Ah,
If you're on the advanced track in whatever high school you in, you can go ahead and take your college algebra class and have that carried over into college. So
yeah.
why take it in college?
For the college experience.
No,
Oh,
that sounds
okay.
repulsive.
Yeah.
I also like to point out the fact that both of our classes that you shouldn't take are both math classes.
Yeah. I'm worried about you, man. We're going to lose all of our math fans.
Our mathletes out there.
They're like, oh, wow. Look at this. A bunch of stupid creatives can't do math. What a shock.
Gosh. Look, man, my degree was in humanities.
I know. Yeah. Mine was in theology. So, yeah, for sure.
Heck
We,
yeah.
we suck.
But those are my classes. But I want to point out something here. I mean, I bring it up. There is one figure who is actually a shining cause for the humanities degree, and he actually received an honorary doctorate in humanities from Howard University, and he's a shining figure in the arts. Just to show you that humanities is actually a valid degree program. And this man his name is Sean Combs.
Oh,
Now,
yeah.
yeah, so Sean Combs, what he's done is he's contributed. I guess you could say he's more of a linguist. He stretches the English language to create just beautiful poems and literature. And Sean Combs was a business major at Howard University, but he left after his sophomore year because he realized the system wasn't good enough.
Yeah.
And so, but through his accomplishments, he was given an honorary doctorate of the same school he dropped out of. Now, I don't know what that says about college, but you can drop out and still get a degree.
For sure. You know, I now Sean Combs, isn't he also known as P. Diddy, the rapper?
Excuse me?
Yeah, that's P. Diddy, the rapper, right?
No, this is Sean Combs.
Yeah, but he's also P. Diddy, right? Because I'm pretty sure I saw like he was in a music video that Jackson Brock was in, you know, and like Sean Combs / P. Diddy was like singing about them hoes, and like, you know, Jackson Brock was.
Stretching the English language and becoming a linguist to do incredible things. I mean,
Yeah, like he was like them hoes or something. I don't know. He might be saying something else.
Gosh, is he a gardener now? I didn't even know that.
Yeah, it was a gardening song, classic farming gardening song from.
Man, the Sean Combs guy, not only a linguist but also a farmer.
The fact that I guess you're trying to flex that you have the same degree as P. Diddy is kind of odd to me.
I mean,
I've got nothing. You know, I have no famous. I can't go to you and say, "Did you know that Tupac had a Bachelor of Arts in Bible education or something like that?" I can't.
Did you know that
you win? I guess.
Sean Bean also has a degree.
Yeah. Freaking P. Diddy.
Heck yeah, dude.
Well, I say let's start our next section because the people still need their guides. Okay, the college people. One of the stressful things, and you know this for a fact because I think you have, well, I don't know, a relative who recently went to school and so went to college. So you had to help them, you know, move in and
yes,
hopefully decorate their room. And so, Matthew, I think you are our resident interior decorator expert.
correct.
So how should one decorate their college dorm room?
Well, in my experience of decorating dorm rooms and other things similar to that, what I've come across, both in experience and through the power of Bing.com, is the beauty of what a perfect dorm room looks like.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, you need lights. You need those Christmas lights, the LED strip lights. You got to have lights. What you need to do is you need to make sure that your room can also be doubled as a club, so that
nice.
you can rave at any moment of the day, or you could change the lights and the mood a little bit and make it a book club to where there's warm lights that's welcoming, or you could change the lights to be a little more bright, in case there is, you know, you're looking for something that you've maybe lost on the ground, or the fact that you're absolutely so schmammered you can't figure out where your bed is, which is lofted, by the way. You need plenty of light to figure out where you're going, what you're doing.
Done.
Now, I also want to point out, Bing also, by the way, I used Bing for all of my research.
Okay.
I've now said that 30 plus minutes into the episode.
That's fine.
So in my research, Bing directed me to an Etsy page, and I just looked up stupid room decor because I thought it could get me some good ideas.
Right.
And let me tell you, what appears almost on every single row are neon signs.
Oh, heck yeah.
This
Heck,
one
yes.
particularly says create your own neon sign as an actual neon sign this model is holding.
Okay.
I want
All
to
right.
buy this specific neon sign that says create your neon sign and have that on my wall.
I would love it.
Kind of,
That's way more inspirational than any live, laugh, love thing would
I
ever
mean, you've got
inspire
things
me.
that's like they say, these two little girls are holding ones that says their names, Charlotte and Audrey. You've got some that are like, what does it say? It says, let's party, stay wild, never give up,
Right.
cruising together. No, I want one that says create your neon sign.
Yeah. Definitely, man. I'd be for that. All for it.
Yep. But also, there's another article that I found, and this one is entitled What Not to Buy, and you don't
Oh,
waste your money on these 17 frivolous dorm ideas.
okay.
The number, not really number one thing, but what you need to do is you need to look for things that are going to be just too much, something that's not needed, such as a second sheet set for your bed.
Right.
Extra towels. Who would ever want extra towels? A
Not
drying
me.
rack? Not nonsense. Nonsense. A dorm safe? No, you don't need a dorm safe. Cleaning equipment? Hog wash. Eating utensils? Gross. Use your hands. A laundry hamper? Disgusting. Here's a big one though. You don't need a textbook.
Honestly, no.
Yeah.
If
These
you had
things
to,
they clutter your imagination space. If you want to do your schoolwork not using your textbooks, you don't need all these things. Extra bed sheets, garbage. Extra towels, garbage. You just need lights and a butt ton of pictures all over the walls because
mm,
that's really what you see in these dorm rooms. You see so many lights and pictures and lofted beds. So those are the three essentials really.
yeah.
And you don't need cleaning supplies because gross.
Okay. All right. So you like to keep it pretty simple.
Indeed.
Yeah, that's okay. Um, hmm. Well, I have a quiz for us because you, as our decorating expert, you did
Yes.
pretty well, and then me, as someone who's never had a roommate in my life, I'm going to be the roommate expert and talk about that. So I was thinking, I was like, Matthew, what if you and I went back to college right now, and just started over there, and we were roommates, and so I wanted to do a roommate compatibility quiz with you.
Mm-hmm.
Um, we're gonna do Arizona State University's one
Oh,
uh, from their Hey Sunny blog. That'll be faster than the 10-minute long one from psychology.com.
oh gross.
So we'll do this quick one, okay?
Okay.
I've already done it, and so I'll tell you what I got at the end when we see what yours is. Okay,
Okay.
sound good?
Okay.
Okay, let's see. Let's start this up. Looks like it has a picture of Jackson Brock fist bumping somebody. Anyway, um, so first question, and Matthew, I'm so sorry. You're missing out on all these little fun gifs because it's like a BuzzFeed type of quiz. So
Oh no, I miss
yeah,
on
there's
nothing. I mean,
there's little gifs.
right now I'm just staring at my computer screen and I just see ads flashing
Right.
across the screen. So I get the same experience, really.
Okay, so here we go. In a group project, which group member are you? Are you the kind who likes to manage the project and delegate tasks? And there's like a girl boss in a chair spinning around.
Oh gosh,
The
that's a neon
second
sign.
one, I make sure that everyone's ideas are being heard and that we're on track.
Hmm.
Three, I put my creative spin on every project I'm a part of. Or the last, I like to work on my part of the project before adding it to the group work.
Ooh, it's a mix between the second and fourth. I want to hear what everyone says, but that's mainly because I don't actually know what I'm doing. So I want to build off of what other people say so I sound smart.
Ah, okay. So you want to go with the second one then?
Yeah, I'll take the second.
Okay, interesting. Not what I expected. Okay, which of these activities appeals to you the most? First, being a DJ at a local event,
Mm,
running an escape room, volunteering at an animal shelter, or going for a solo hike up north.
mm.
Hmm.
Gosh, I mean, as the philosopher Sean Combs once said, "I don't believe in fear. I live my life without regrets." I gotta
Oh,
say, I'm all about that fourth one about going up for a hike.
you're going for a solo hike up north. Okay. All right. when you're when you're buying a new backpack for college,
Mm,
you look for this reason to buy it, okay?
okay.
First, you pick a color and style that will really stand out.
Hmm.
You buy something that looks very trendy,
Hmm.
you pick something that will be comfortable and easy to use, or you buy something neutral. I like to go with the basics.
Hmm.
Hmm.
It's a mix between the third and the
Right.
fourth, but probably more the fourth because the neutral one is
Hmm.
probably going to be the cheapest.
Usually, okay. All right. So, they have four types of games, and they ask you which of these games is your favorite. Okay, so the first is Monopoly. I like to see how fast I can win, which is a
Hmm.
lie. It's the slowest game of all time.
True.
Um, Charades. I like trying to get people to guess my crazy clues. Uh, C. Solitaire. I like to beat my own high scores. And for I'll play anything as long as we're all having fun.
Solitaire because that's a game I could play by myself and no one else.
You like solitaire?
I mean, I have it on my phone.
Yeah, I can't lie. I've probably spent 40 hours playing solitaire on my Switch, so I can't judge. Okay. And then I think finally, which of these animals do you relate to the most?
Hmm.
Shark. I'm independent and like to handle things on my own. Elephant. I like to be a part of a powerful team that sticks together. A dog. I like to have a
Hold on,
good
hold on,
time.
hold on, hold on, hold on.
Yeah.
I
Uh huh.
can't get over the stupid fact that someone would relate an elephant to working together.
Yeah, well, there it shows a GIF of these elephants walking in a line, holding on to each other's tails.
Sure,
So
okay,
they
I guess.
must. There's got to be a herd of elephants,
Uh
So
huh.
okay, the third one was dog. I like to have a good time, and I have a happy personality. And then the fourth one is the cooler dog, a wolf. I think I'd make a good pack leader.
That's a whole Daniel and Cooler Daniel situation.
It really
Um,
is. It's kind of
I
sad.
mean, none of these. I guess the the dog.
The dog. Okay, let's see what you got. Whoa. Okay, you want to know what you are?
Did I get an Enneagram 6? Oh, sorry,
Um,
wrong test. Sorry.
Wrong quiz. Yeah, you did get a GIF, I think, of Beyonce doing a dance, but uh, it
Do
says,
not say that when I'm taking a drink of my Pib Extra.
"Sorry, fam." Okay, you are the independent one.
No,
You
I
like
am not.
That's what it says. It says you
Oh,
like your alone time. That means you're more likely to be found behind a closed door than chatting with your roomies in the kitchen.
dang it, you're right.
you believe you believe that everyone needs some time to regroup and are more than happy to do your own thing. You work best with roommates who don't need constant interaction and who will be clean and orderly to keep things running smoothly while you're holed up in your room.
Wow, that both doesn't and perfectly describes me.
Well, see,
Um,
Matthew,
gosh.
I took the quiz twice.
Uh-huh.
Because the first one I got it, and I go, this is just Matthew. So I was really hoping you'd get the same one as my first time doing it, doing
Yeah.
the quiz, because then I could be like, yeah, I got yours by accident, I think.
Uh-huh.
But it called me the nurturing one.
Ew, ugh, no.
it says
What?
it says you love to take care of people, especially your roommates. You're the one your roomies go to if they need advice or to vent, and they appreciate your kindness and the family dinners you cook for them.
Oh my gosh.
And so then I took it, and I was like, okay, because I think I was letting my inner introvert, you know, do the quiz. So I was like, let's be more realistic. And so the real one I got, I'm going to count this one. I'm the fun one. And it says you
Oh
make
yeah.
every situation fun. You work best with roommates who like to do the activities you provide, and then they give you structure for you to live in.
Mm. What kind
So
of activities?
uh, probably playing solitaire together.
Yeah,
You sit in
right.
that corner, play solitaire. I'll sit over here, play solitaire.
Dang.
How are you doing? I'm good. Me too.
Wow. Wow. I just can't go over to the
So
fact that there's a gif of Beyonce for my answer.
I know. I think it was Beyonce. It may have been a girl, like a great value version of Beyonce, but
Rihanna?
no, don't do that to
Oh.
Rihanna. Come on. But yeah, so I don't know if we're compatible at all, Matthew. I'll be real.
That reminds me of a quote from philanthropist Sean Combs, where he says, "Everyone has challenges and lessons to learn. We wouldn't be who we are without them." And as we take these quizzes and we can figure out if we're compatible roommates or not, we will learn more about ourselves, and we'll be able to overcome the things that we come across. You know.
Yeah, well, I can make up quotes too. Uh, Jackson Brock, a totally real celebrity actor from the 80s, he said, school is dumb and you shouldn't go.
Wow.
um, Matthew, we have one last thing to do, and that is to do what we do best, which is argue about stuff in our show, Absurd Arguments. So
Hmm.
we have an argument for the end, and I think it'll be pretty good. Um, when you go to college, what should you do? Okay,
Hmm.
should you hold on to the values and upbringing that you've had your entire life, and maintain a good solid character if you developed one in high school, and uh,
Hmm.
or should you abandon all values and morality and go extremely crazy and hog wild during college?
Dang. That's. I mean, that either it really is. You're one or the other, and
Yeah.
it's hard. It's
Oh,
hard to be both. You can,
yeah.
but it's hard.
There's never an in between. We're
Mm-mm.
all black and white here. No grays.
Nonsense.
Yeah.
Gray's not a ethnicity.
We definitely grays is not in our anatomy.
Mm, it's
It's a
true.
reference to the show Grey's Anatomy. All
Anyway,
right,
well,
Matthew. What do you think?
yeah, let me go first because I have the side to where you need to be, you need to be a good person. I think that helps because um, in this website from Bing that I found called bigfuture.collegeboard.org, there's a blog post they have that's called Character Counts. What are colleges looking for? And colleges are looking for things like leadership, willingness to take risks. I mean, Sean Combs has already talked about that. You want to see people take initiative. You want to have a sense of social responsibility, a commitment to service, and you have, special talents or abilities. And I mean, there are things that we do in college that either help our case or harm our case. And if you just embody leadership, willingness to take risks, seeking initiative, a sense of social responsibility, commitment to service, and have any kind of talent or skill, you're going to be like top tier college student that everyone wants to be around, hang out with, get to know. And I mean, that's also what colleges are looking for, to, bolster their student roster with.
Yeah. Um, Matthew, I have a question for you.
Okay.
Uh, at the beginning of this spiel, you said you need to be a good person. And honestly, I think your argument could just be dismantled by one question, which is, but why though? But why?
But why not?
No, I
No.
dismantled your question first. You can't dismantle my question with a question immediately after my dismantling question.
Well, Jesus did that all the time.
You're not him.
Dang it.
You're not that guy.
I'm not that guy.
Yeah. Look, Matthew, let's be real. It is way more fun in college to abandon all your values and morality and just go crazy, Um, which would you rather have? Okay. Let's
Mhm.
fast forward 10 years from now. You have your little boy, your 5-year-old kid, Timmy, and which would you rather tell him? Hey,
Mhm.
Timmy, when I was in college, I went to class every day and I got straight A's and I graduated and it was very nice. Okay. Timmy's going to
Mhm.
be like, wow, Dad, I'm proud of you. Cool. Or would you rather tell him, Timmy, bro, okay, so me and Gator, we were in the quad and like I threw this frisbee and it went into like crashed through this girl's dorm window. And so me and Gator and then like Francisco was there too. And we just like had to sneak into the girls' dorm room, bro. And we had to like wait until after dark because there were security guards around. And so like and we were like, Jessica, help us to get into Francine's room so we can get the frisbee because we were playing ultimate frisbee in the quad earlier. And so like Francine went over to her. Jessica was like, hey, come with me to the restroom real quick. I need to like pee or something. You know what girls do. So we snuck in there and like we saw her frisbee, like she had mounted it to the wall, and it was like, why would you do this, Jessica? But whatever. So like me and Francisco, we grabbed it, and then like we saw that she had one of those like live laugh love type things, and then she had like a
Mm.
poster of that famous actor Jackson Brock. And so we took the poster, dude, and the live laugh love thing, and then we planted it in the president's office and made it look like
Dang.
he's lit. And then you know what Timmy would say? You share that story? Timmy's
Uh-huh.
gonna go, Dad, you were so rad. And I would much rather hear that than, wow, Dad, you were a good person.
Yeah.
I'd much rather hear, Dad, you were so cool than, thanks, Dad, for, being there for me and being a good dad.
Oh my gosh. I mean, look, morals are important,
Yeah.
because if everyone goes off the rails, then you just be the worst person ever, because with the greedy thing, I turned Citibank into Diddy Bank, and I don't care about your piggy bank. I mean, in reality, what you're doing is you're a silly boy and I'm a Billy boy. I ain't got to touch it. Just get at one of my Philly boys.
So, Matthew,
See,
you,
that's
you,
what it sounds like if you absolutely go off the rails. You people are just like, "What the heck is going on, man?"
so I don't know, man. I mean, maybe it's just the fact that I regret not going crazy during my college days, but I don't know. Maybe you should just abandon all your values and just go insane.
Well, if you abandon all your values, you're going to sound stupid, because
Here's the thing.
people will hear those stories and they're just like, "Wow, I'm glad I'm not you."
No, no, no. They'll be like, so how's Gator and Francisco doing today? Are you still in touch with them?
Oh, Gator
That's what I would ask.
actually doesn't go by Gator anymore. He goes by his regular name, Greg.
Oh, gosh. That's the saddest thing we said today. Oh, that's awful.
Mm.
When you abandon your college nickname and then become a Greg, it's all done for you.
Dang, it's like that. It's like that. It's like that Xbox message board where it's just like, "Hey man, I gotta get off. I'll see you tomorrow." Last online
Oh,
3 years ago.
that's painful, dude. That is
Man,
painful.
that's as bad as losing your college nickname of Gator and going back to your regular name of Greg.
You know, Matthew, I got a weird college nickname for a while.
Okay.
So I there's this one guy in college, and one day I was chilling with like his roommate. I was more friends with his roommate, but this guy, he just looks at me and he just we're going back and forth, smack talking each other, and he's just like,
Hmm.
"You big gay." He called me. He's like, "You're just a big gay," and so instead of getting back
Wow.
at him, I just go, "Hey, is that a fat joke?" And he just thought that was so funny because that was the part I took umbrage with, you know.
Mm.
Um, and so then he proceeded to call me Big Gay for the entire rest of his time at college. So there's nothing quite like walking on the sidewalk and then like 100 yards away you hear, "Hey, Big Gay!"
Dang, there's that. If that doesn't explain Bible college in a nutshell, I don't know what else
Right.
does.
Just
Oh my
what a time
gosh.
to be alive.
Dang.
I was thankful he graduated soon after. I was like, oh, he's gone, thank goodness.
Gosh. Oh,
But yeah,
well, I think what we need to do is we need to go ahead and graduate from this episode and go ahead and cue the music. So, Nathan,
yeah,
this is the part of the episode where we try to figure out what our thing was, and I I'm fairly certain. I'm fairly certain
yeah,
that yours is reference a fake celebrity or movie twice, and yours
yeah.
is Brock
Okay,
Johnson or Johnson Brock something.
Jackson Brock, classic fake '80s movie actor. So good job.
Yeah, yeah. It was, and I figured that out as right before we went into the argument stuff. Right before we cued the music, I was like, "This has to be it." It was so
I know.
stupid.
Yeah, I couldn't think of a good movie title other than Punch Fist, and I was like,
As
it's
soon as you
over.
said Punch Fist, I was like, "That's the fakest movie I have ever seen." But I mean, I was scrolling through the PlayStation Store, and there's a game on sale that's called Blade of Darkness. So
Oh
it's just
heck
like
yeah,
Punch Fist isn't that far away from Blade of Darkness.
darn right. Um, I assume your reference is P Diddy.
That is correct. And the
Yeah.
song I quoted is called "Old Man Wilden," and
I
it's from his album called Triple M. Make Money, Mitch.
I I will admit it took me I am a bit disappointed in myself that it took me a minute to figure out why in the world you kept quoting P. Diddy of all people. I was like, Matthew doesn't listen to rap music at all. Like I know we had a cool coworker once call you Hood at Heart, but
I will never forget that.
like
Oh,
that's a college level like
it is. It
compliment,
is.
you know, you're Hood at Heart, dude. And so I know you got that one time and but I don't think it's true at all.
So when did you finally figure that out?
uh I don't remember the exact time. I think it was the
Okay.
second mention of P. Diddy. Whenever you mention it the second time, I was like, okay, that's the thing he's referencing.
So what I tried to do was I just called him Sean Combs just to see if you actually knew that was his real name.
Oh, of course I did.
And then you figured it out. I was like, oh no, I don't know if I can do this. And so then I just laid it on thick. I looked up P. Diddy quotes and then wildest P. Diddy lyrics, and that's where I got the song Old Man Wild in.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
That's great.
So
Good work. Good work.
thank you. I have never heard a P. Diddy song before in my life.
What a shame.
I don't know if I want to anymore.
No, you're a huge P. Diddy fan, man. Go look up his songs.
Maybe. But I know what's something that you, listener, can look up, and that's our social media. We are on Facebook, Instagram, Threads, and YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
The perfect blend of social media. And you can also email us at absurdargumentsforyou@gmail.com, and that is absurdarguments, the number 4, the letter U, @gmail.com, if you want to tell us anything like how much we should get canceled or should not get canceled. I think would be a good one. Just
sure.
so many other reasons to say, gosh, you guys are hilarious, gosh, you guys suck, stop podcasting. I mean, really anything like that.
Yeah. But not anything too mean because we're sensitive.
You're sensitive.
Oh, yeah.
But that is going to do it for us in this episode. So, Nathan, do you have any parting words?
Like Jackson Brock's final line in Punch Fist. See you next time, baby doll.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Fall of 2003. Hold on. Excuse me.
Keep that in for sure.
Gross.